Hello, it's Dr. Marie Shieh here back again for a mindfulness breathing exercise. So breathing is so powerful and so simple to do. Of course, we're all breathing at the moment, so it's not like you're going to not breathe or, you're always breathing, but it's being mindful about your breathing and maybe deepening your breath. And the reason why that's important is because we have our nervous system, which is very sensitive to our breathing. And there are two sides of our autonomic nervous system. The one side is the sympathetic system, which is the fight or flight system, and the other side is the parasympathetic system, which is the rest and digest system. And oftentimes when we're stressed, our sympathetic system rises up and turns up the adrenaline, epinephrine, cortisol in our bodies, which puts our bodies in a stress or fight or flight response. And when that happens, our blood flow goes from our gut to our brain, muscles, and heart so that we can run away or fight. And I think the system is over revved up in many people in westernized developed societies. So what we need to do is turn on the parasympathetic system, which is the rest and digest system. So we need to balance these two systems out. So the rest and digest system gets turned on by deep breathing. The diaphragm, which is this big dome-shaped muscle in between our chest and our abdomen, helps us to breathe. And when we breathe, it goes up and down and up and down. And the diaphragm has a big nerve in it called the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is the biggest parasympathetic nerve in our body. And so when we do deep breathing, we turn on the vagus nerve and turn on our parasympathetic system so that we can have a balance to the stress that we're feeling in our bodies by bringing up this parasympathetic response. So the exercise that we're going to do today is just to be paying attention to our breath and maybe deepening it a little bit. There is no right or wrong way to do this, and I just want you to feel comfortable to breathe however feels good to you today. But I'm going to do a few little techniques if you can. Do those with me. So the first one is we're just going to take 3 deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. And just be mindful and pay attention to your breath. So for example, when I first started doing this, I had a very bad inhale. And I just said there's no good or bad breathing, and I just said bad inhale. But I had a very shallow inhale. And my breathing teacher, who was my yoga teacher, Max Strom, at the time, sat down next to me and just breathed next to me in a slow and calm manner. And I started to copy him, and I could feel the difference. So just try to breathe as slowly and deeply as you can. If you have a hard time, it's okay. Keep practicing. It's like anything. It just takes practice. And you knew how to do this when you were a baby and a child. And if you watch children and babies breathe, you'll see that they breathe really beautifully and deeply and slowly. Animals do this too. I had a patient said, oh yes, dogs, when they're sleeping, they have the same beautiful breathing pattern. So watching animals and children, you'll be able to maybe imitate that breathing style and remember what you always knew, how to breathe deeply. Okay, so let's do our 3 deep breaths now. So breathing all the way out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. Okay. So the next breathing exercise we're going to do is the 4-7-8 breathing. So it's been studied that when we spend longer with our exhale and hold our breath for a little bit at the end of an inhale, we can calm our nervous systems down. So we're going to try doing that today with the 4-7-8 breath. And so I'm going to count for you, and you're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, breathing in, holding your breath for 7 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then breathing out for 8 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be kind of that length of time. So prepare your breath for that, and I'll just count for you. So let's all breathe out through our mouths, and then breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just breathe normally for a few breaths. And just notice how you feel. And know that you can do that at any time. So you can take your breathing anywhere you go and keep practicing the breathing. I love it that when people take a smoking break, they usually go outside and do deep breathing with their cigarettes. I don't love the cigarettes, but I love the breathing smoking break idea. So I encourage you all, instead of taking a smoko, which they call that here in Australia, is to take a breatho. Get outside or just stop for a moment and take some deep breaths without a cigarette and just enjoy that you can breathe, that you're alive. Yeah, all right. Thank you and hope that helps.